You ever just rock out to your car in this jam?
Ooh, yep. Roll down the windows. Just feel it.
I got Bob in the passenger seat.
Oh. You're like, what's up? What's up, LA? Oh, God.
I'm going to do it. I'm starring this one.
Matt, we are recording. Stop playing music.
Sorry, guys. I was just over here in my own little world.
We need a little slap on the wrist for Matt.
You're like slap happy is what you are, you know?
I'm pretty happy today.
Why are you so happy?
Had a good day. Got a lot of things done. Got up at 6 a.m. Started the day. You know, got laundry done. Took care of all the animals.
Yeah, I
did some paperwork.
I did sheets.
Had a Zoom. Did all my laundry.
You sure you said that. You did laundry.
Yeah, you're repeating yourself.
I had another Zoom.
Had to go run some errands. Had to go run some errands. Went to the hardware store. Went and got a bunch of different plants for the animals when we leave town.
The hardware store?
Yeah.
Wow.
Went to the garden center and grabbed all sorts of stuff.
Do you have to get?
Whenever I leave town, I got to prepare, but I can't prepare.
Fresh plants? Hey guys, I'm going out of town. Don't miss me too much. Here's a fresh ficus.
Yeah, it's really
here's
odd.
a fresh hibiscus, and the reason why is because they can eat it. So when I'm gone, even though I have a pet sitter who feeds them, with the heat and in the summertime, they'll eat 2 or 3 times a day, if they can. So this will supplement the food that the pet sitter gives them throughout the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well,
there's this giant red iguana that's free roaming in our backyard.
Yeah, he free roams.
Matt says it's a neighbor's. I think it's one of Matt's past iguanas.
Wait, I've seen that.
Yeah, no, he's not one of mine.
Like a brick red one.
And he's been around, and it's really wild.
Anyway, he was dying of thirst. I gave him a bowl of water, and he drank out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He really did. Totally.
The neighbors actually told me about him, and a neighbor talked to this couple that we know with this little. They have a baby now, but they have a little French bulldog.
I don't want to interrupt.
She came and got me and rang the gate and said, "Matt, there's a red iguana. I know you love iguanas." Over at this guy's house. By the time I got over there, it was gone. And I talked to the guy, and he was like, "It comes by here every so often." And then one day, he turns up at our pool. Like he knew it, but I think
Did you see the gecko, by the way, that was in the front living room the other day? Yesterday. Big gecko.
That's the one that Andy let in.
He's still alive?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he was on the. He was in the living room, right in front of the doors. I meant to tell you, but we were shooting the show. No, he's this big. Gecko's big.
Really?
Yes. I'm telling you, I'd say from tail to head, like this.
There's no way.
I'm telling you,
it's not a gecko. Then.
I thought it was it's 100% a gecko. His body was probably that big. His body was that big. His tail was probably that big.
There's a lot of different sizes going on here.
There's
a major size discrepancy happening.
Like this. No, it really was like this.
And I don't know what you're doing, but
did it have like the big?
It went.
Eyes,
all I'll say is it went from this to this.
It was laying on the mat. As a matter of fact, I thought it was like. It looked like a lizard, but it was so flat that I thought, honestly, it wasn't alive.
Weird.
And it moved. And I meant to tell you, we were shooting the show, and I lost track of it.
Well, I hope I can find him, because that one was, he's not supposed to be inside. He's supposed to be out by the front door catching mosquitoes, but he got inside by accident.
Wow. Okay. Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I think you should release inside to just eat all the bugs you guys have in here?
What?
It's one of those giant sand snakes from Beetlejuice. You know those?
Dun, 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 dun,
I wish we could have one of those in
dun,
here.
That's what I think
dun,
you
dun, 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 dun.
You know what I think?
Hey, come on. 3 words.
Come
on.
Give it to me.
Say it. No.
Oh, it's so good. So we went to see Beetlejuice.
We did. We saw it. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times.
Which I thought was really smart. They didn't just do like Beetlejuice 2.
No.
The return of the Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Great.
Beetlejuice.
The return of the juice.
Once you say it twice, if somebody else says it.
It's that.
I think they'll make a 3rd one, and it should probably be that.
First of all, the movie is crushing.
I'm glad.
Wow.
I'm very glad. It deserved to.
I am too, because
honestly.
it was actually...
It was
really good.
Yeah.
But it was
I know.
Really good.
I was on the fence,
Well,
Joe. Honestly, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I've been let down so many times. Honestly,
they just don't know how to do it. They just don't know how to do it.
I really thought this one was going to let me down too.
They wait all this time, and then and look, I'll just call it out. Like honestly, I was a little weary of like the Beverly Hills Cop thing because they waited so many years
and they shouldn't
to do a
have,
Beverly Hills
because
Cop,
it
and
wasn't
they shouldn't
that
have.
good.
No.
They lost touch with what made it special.
And then they come out with Axel F, and it sucked. It wasn't good.
Yeah,
I'll just say it sucked.
I don't know if it sucked, but it
sucked.
did not live
you
up
watched
to
the first movie.
It did not live up to
You watched
Beverly
1 and
Hills
2,
Cop.
yeah.
Beverly
1 and
Hills
2.
Cop 2.
And the crazy
they're
thing
like
is,
in a different universe than
they're just such great
3 and
movies,
now 4.
right? So it was weird because 3 was a disaster. Arguably, everybody hated it.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
that
the worst
was-
ever. That amusement park, it was a joke.
was
They even
terrible.
made a joke about it in Axel F.
They did. The problem is the whole Axel F was a big meta nod to some weird. It was terrible. Anyway, to that point, you wait 30 years almost to do something. Like, please do it right.
Yeah.
Okay. They waited 36 years? Didn't it come out in 88?
I think it's got to be a long time because
Beetlejuice 88. Came out the year you were born, Ann.
Love it.
Wow. Yeah.
Love it.
So
Did it really?
yes, it did.
Came out before Batman?
Yes, it paved the way for Batman because Beetlejuice had I want to say Beetlejuice had like a $15 million production budget, and it ended up making like
which is kind of substantial for 88.
Well, for that movie.
yeah for that movie. But it made
How did he get that much
but it
money?
made $75
Burton.
million, okay, and was the 10th highest grossing film of the year in
wow.
'88. So it exploded, okay, and it paved the way for him to be given the reins to Batman.
Wow.
You know, so.
Wow.
But Tim Burton, what I love about this movie is that he really, and it was so smart, he really kept it so true to the original form.
I know.
But I loved, you know what he said in an interview? He didn't watch it. He didn't watch the movie. He just imagined it fresh. Because he said if I had watched the movie, I would have been beholden to the movie, the original one.
Right.
And it had been so much time. I knew the characters. I didn't want to be beholden to a pre-existing idea. So he started fresh, putting himself back into that world. And I think it's the smartest thing he ever did because
Wait, Tim Burton didn't
Tim Burton.
watch. That's what you're saying? He just didn't. He didn't go and
did not go study the original one. You know, because it's not like he watched his own movie. You know,
No,
watch
I
Beetlejuice
know.
again. You know, he said
No,
he hadn't
I
seen the
know.
movie in 30 years.
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure. I
so,
wouldn't-
but he said he didn't go back and watch it. He didn't want to have
Interesting.
anything to do with it because that wanted to live in its own world. And this was 36 years later. So he knew the characters. And I love what Michael Keaton said, which is that in the original movie, Beetlejuice was only in it for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to be in it anymore in this
But
one.
he definitely was.
It seemed
that's
like
not
he
a-
was.
yeah,
though.
it
Sure
But-
seemed like he was, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
No, he
though there was a
definitely
lot
was.
going on in this movie.
Lot
You know,
going
I
on.
don't want
but
to
he
spoil
was.
it for anybody. I mean, it's been out now for a little bit, but I don't want to
I got to
spoil
tell
it
you,
for
though,
anybody.
the
It
way
is so
he sewed
good.
the thread.
Oh,
And, you know, with it not being about Beetlejuice, so to speak, it's really hard because, first of all, you're relying on a couple of new characters, right? Jenny Ortega was fantastic.
she
She's great.
was wonderful.
She is
Yeah,
wonderful.
she was great.
But Winona Ryder was great.
She was
great.
great.
And again, didn't overplay it.
Nope.
See, this is a perfect example. And it's such a great parallel because you look at what Eddie Murphy did with Axel F, right? With Axel Foley. He lost the essence of Axel Foley. In this Beverly Hills Cop movie, I didn't feel Axel Foley at all. I don't know where that guy went, but he wasn't in this movie. But to Winona Ryder's credit, it's amazing how she was able to mature.
Yeah.
Her character aged and went through stuff. First of all, she still looked great, but more than that, she didn't miss a step. It was exactly that character. She wasn't playing a caricature version of that character. She was 100% believable as that character.
Yeah.
And everybody was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
and I
Catherine
never
O'Hara
thought they could come up with a story.
was
Catherine O'Hara. Oh
was
my God.
great.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Again,
she really
not a caricature.
No, yeah, she really
was dialed back into that character.
Yeah, perfectly.
And
I
how
was
they
really
handled
impressed.
how they
Oh, yeah.
handled
Yeah,
Jeffrey
oh my
Jones
gosh.
was
Well, Jeffrey Jones unfortunately had a little bit of personal
Oh my god.
demons that
demons that he
yeah.
had to, it's really sad stuff, really horrible stuff.
Yeah, he got in real trouble.
Well, he did some, whatever. But the point is, they handled it beautifully. You
They
know,
just
he just
had
walked
his-
around. I
he
mean, we're
was
not gonna give it
headless.
away, but he was.
I thought that was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
to handle a character that you can't.
It was brilliant.
the
Okay.
claymation stuff was
Oh, my
unbelievable.
God.
Stop
He went-
motion.
By the way, didn't use any CGI.
Yeah, you could tell. It
could
was
tell.
all
Thank
the old
goodness.
school
and it
stuff.
was brilliant.
it was
yeah.
so good.
And
There was
I just-
definitely CGI, but it was still very good. Like when she was piecing herself back together, there was definitely
That's
CGI,
true.
lots of
Maybe
CGI.
there was a CGI,
But the
but
fact is he blended it and didn't
Yeah.
rely on it like he did with Wonka. He his art department and his practical props and worlds that he built
unbelievable.
were one of the things that made him so special because
Yeah.
he's such an artist, right? And
When you go to CGI, you lose
when
that
you
ability.
you lost some of
Yeah.
you just lost some of the
Yeah.
dimension of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know,
you did.
you lost some of the
Boy, did
and
he crushed this.
and this
Yeah.
was just such a fantastic grasp. I don't know if this is true, but I heard a story that Jenny Ortega
Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega told him had like because I supposedly on Wednesday Addams she and Tim Burton butted heads for a while.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh, I
she
think I
wanted
read
it,
that.
She wanted it tonally to be true to Tim Burton, and Tim Burton had, I guess, strayed from his original kind of
Interesting.
whatever his original
His joie de vivre.
his joie de vivre is the original stroke of his brush, and she kind of convinced him that to kind of refine himself and dig back in there. And then for this one, it was the same thing. She said to him, Tim, you can't supposedly. Most of the movie has to be practical because that's what we love about your movies is that you actually built these worlds.
Wow.
And so supposedly this one was just a really wonderful. Complex blend of both.
Well, all I'll tell you is that, and I know we've talked about this privately, guys, but if I was James Gunn, by the way, directed Guardians of the Galaxy, and now he's running DC Studios,
Yeah, he's
right?
running DC.
He's going to try to
Come on,
save it.
James Gunn.
He's going to try to save it. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. I literally would say, Tim, I want you to come back and do Batman. I want to get Michael Keaton, and I want to revisit that world because he's clearly
Well, they were going
able
to.
to revisit the worlds of the past and do it with such class and make such quality films.
Mm-hmm.
This was mind-blowing how he did this.
Yeah.
It didn't feel regurgitative. It didn't feel
No.
like it sold out. It felt fresh in a wild way. Like
Yeah, it
it
was
didn't,
spot on.
right?
Yeah, it was. It was
And I
really,
think to your
really
point,
good.
I think, Andy, it could be Beetlejuice for part 3.
They have to
should
do
be.
it.
I mean, this thing's going to crush.
Yeah,
They have to do it.
They're
I
saying
mean,
it's going to make, it's going to be a very
The-
big hit.
one
It'll
of the-
probably be the second biggest movie behind
one of the
Deadpool.
cool things about
Probably, right? This year.
Could be.
one of the cool things
Could
about
be.
Could be.
one of the
Oh,
cool
wait, but there was that Inside Out, too,
Yeah.
that crushed.
Again, people
Just
are so desperate.
slam.
People are so desperate.
Biggest animated... Sorry, Andy.
One of the things that's so interesting about Beetlejuice in particular is it's Michael Keaton's favorite movie that he's ever done. And what's really fun about that character is that it's a character that he could he could play for till he's 100.
Well, yeah, how
It's
cool
not
was
like-
that? With the makeup,
There
was zero difference
I know.
in his character because I watched the original one.
Yeah.
I mean,
just to
there was
see-
a difference, but not that much of a difference.
Slight.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking slight. I was worried. Remember, I was worried about the eye and everything.
Yeah.
And it didn't even matter at all. By the time he was right on there, I didn't see any difference. It was awesome.
she's got a thing for me. I mean, he's
Oh,
He's so
my
funny when he's
gosh.
like, all right, let me tell you. Okay, yep, I know. Well, shocked to know that the juice is single. What can I say? Huh? Come on.
the old bride coming back for her revenge.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my-
dude.
I mean,
so fun.
He's basically was like a
Bob!
down. He's a down and trodden
Oh,
guy.
Bob!
with-
Yeah. Oh my
Bob,
With an ex-wife
what a character.
coming out to get
Bob,
him.
a character.
Bob, you're gonna be me.
Yeah.
When he put it,
Bob. It's great. Bob's
In
one of
that
the greatest
suit.
characters.
When he's in the striped suit, dude.
He's got his hairstyle like him.
his eyes when the evil ex comes over to him, he's like, his eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That was so
Danny
good.
DeVito had a great little
Oh,
cameo.
yeah.
in it.
By the way, very penguin-esque.
Very
Did you notice?
penguin-esque.
He was like this, and he had the stuff
Yeah.
oozing from his mouth.
Yeah, he's very
And the way
penguin-esque.
he shot him from the back.
Mhm.
And did you notice? It was very there were some music cues that were very Batman '89. That bum,
Well, Danny
bum.
Elfman.
Well, yeah, but when he went ba na 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 na, and they went into the back, oh my gosh, Smee just unloaded a massive air biscuit.
No.
Oh my gosh!
No.
Wow.
No.
You smell that?
Yeah, I smell it now. Something out of Beetlejuice itself.
Oh, no.
Straight from the underworld.
Beetlejuice.
Woo!
Oh my god! It's so
Dun,
thick.
dun, 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 the table splits and there's green light coming.
Yeah, bro.
Oh God, Smee! No!
I don't smell a thing.
Oh my, bro. He was walking past me,
Yeah,
and it's so bad
Yeah, it's
over here.
I don't smell
it's
a thing,
gnarly.
you guys.
It's gnarly.
Whoa.
It's
I really don't
gnarly.
smell a thing.
And his
Our,
face smells like shrimp brine.
It smells
It
like
does.
roses.
His face smells like just that brine
Shrimp breath.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
I know.
he's so cute, but his face smell is toxic.
Yeah. Well, he just hit my leg pretty hard.
Did he? Well, that's because he's.
I don't think he
he's
likes
doing- he's
either
just
of you
messing
guys.
around with his bed.
Oh no, he's making his bed comfy.
Yeah, he's such a
Getting cozy.
guy. Is so he
You
is
do your thing.
Beetlejuice.
By the way, if you ever
You
hear
live
any
your life,
strange
Smee.
noises, snoring, or anything of the
You
other,
live your beautiful life.
it's Smee. He's our little bulldog that lives under the podcast table.
Yeah, he's the soundtrack of the show.
He is. Yeah.
With his farts and his burps and his snores, and he's a gassy creature.
He is.
A gassy
they're all
beast.
they're squinched up.
Yeah.
So what their digestive tract would normally have a lot more time
It's so gross
to handle the food than
yeah.
his little guy. This
Yeah.
little guy does, you know.
Yeah, he's got a Bob look on his face, Smee.
Sometimes,
You know, it's like I remember yesterday you guys were talking to him,
yeah.
and of course Andy thinks that Smee listens to him,
Mhm.
and whatever. And he's like, he doesn't. Smee, yeah, he doesn't ever break eye contact. He never looks actually at you.
Dude,
You know,
Pretty
I
funny.
got a bunch
Yeah.
of crazy Beetlejuice facts. Not Beetlejuice facts, but Beetlejuice facts that I want to start interjecting into this. I really wasn't listening to what you guys were talking about at all.
Sure.
I was reading.
He's doing research
and
during the show.
well, why not?
And he didn't want to take a moment before the show. He's like,
I've been busy.
hey, speaking of this, since we're filming and everything, let me just look up a few.
No, but I
facts."
thought I wanted to make sure before I said anything that I double checked, and now's
Hey,
the
John,
time.
nice shirt, by the way.
Hey,
Kind of similar.
We're both wearing little Henleys, aren't we?
Yeah.
Why don't you get a room?
It's a beautiful shirt.
Beautiful Henley. People,
John's-
by the way, looked up that story from a few weeks ago about
Oh,
the
yeah,
about the British newscaster. Did you see? And every now and then I try to look on your comments and read them, and most of them are really nice. Some of you guys, not so nice, but it's okay. But most of them are really nice. Some of them not so nice. But they did love the British news. They said they literally can't stop watching.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is what I figured. It's a beautiful lady.
Okay.
Man, actually.
Tim Burton brought in a script doctor for the first Beetlejuice.
I found a script doctor.
Originally it was really violent, I guess.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And the script doctor was Warren Scarron? Warren Scarron, who co-wrote Beverly Hills Cop 2 and Top Gun.
What?
Oh,
And later wrote Batman.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Wow.
And then I guess the original ending, Winona Ryder's character dies in a fire.
Ooh, no.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No,
And
No thanks.
Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice was almost Middle Eastern.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
confused.
It was because the demon, I guess, was inspired like from this Middle Eastern man. I don't know what that might be. Some sort of
Totally confused. How does Michael
strange
Keaton
pagan
play?
character. Well, they changed it,
I know. I'm just kidding.
obviously. And let's see what else. What are you doing over there, Joe?
To be honest with you, I was texting Libby because Libby's blowing me up because she's got a little birthday party to go to tonight. So she's blowing me up and she's like, I don't know, she needs something. So I was like, Libby, I'm filming the pod that you watch all the time and that you love with your friends, which is the number one thing you watch. You can't wait to race home on Fridays and watch it after school, which is not true.
This is a good one. The studio didn't dig the title, which kind of I could see why that would make a studio nervous because they thought no one would know what Beetlejuice was, so they opted for House Ghost, and I guess Burton sarcastically responded Scared Sheetless, and they loved it.
Oh,
They were pushing for Scared Sheetless.
Oh, I bet they were. Of course.
Scared
Yeah.
sheetless.
Oh, the dinner song was originally something else. The dinner song was originally something else. It was something from the Ink Spots. Okay, I understand that was a total different energy shift. Wow.
No.
And
definitely
turns
need-
out that
Deo's waited.
it turns out that Catherine O'Hara was the one who proposed adding a calypso number for the dinner scene.
Oh my!
And they suggested a few songs, and the only one that they could clear was Harry Belafonte.
Oh
No.
my
How about
goodness!
How about that?
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
Tales from the set of Beetlejuice.
That's right.
1988.
That's the old joke that you make, right? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, is that bread fresh? Well, it's Harry Belafonte bread. It's Deo. So it's not fresh. Well, it's a Deo.
Oh boy!
Terrible dad joke. I know.
It was Burton's second feature
Shut
film.
up. What was his first?
Pee-wee. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do it like Jim Carrey.
Really? Lydia was almost played
You
by
kind of did it almost. You were like,
Alyssa-
really?
Lydia was almost played by Alyssa Milano.
Oh
Wow. That would have been different. Winona Ryder was definitely a better choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baldwin was worried the movie would tank his career.
Nope. No, he's had a great career.
He
my
has.
God, I've loved him
Oh
in so
my
many
gosh!
things.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I am God. Remember that?
What movie was that?
What? The original choice for Beetlejuice was Sammy Davis Jr.
What?
Burton
baby.
Burton tells Conan O'Brien this.
baby, yeah.
Sammy Davis Jr. I worked with Sammy Davis Jr. on Give Me a Break. I tap danced with him and everything. It was
Yes,
amazing. I had to train with him, and
That's awesome.
he gave me a gold medallion and his fedora.
So cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. Sammy, what a talented guy.
Oh, what an absolute legend, man.
Truly talented guy.
And then I guess Tim Burton offered the role to Keaton, who turned it down 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, he just said he wasn't. He's like I just wasn't that excited about playing a horny ghost.
So funny because if you break it down,
Come here, baby.
I mean that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
He's just trying to get married Lydia the whole time. It's good.
Right. Wow.
O'Hara met her husband while making the movie together.
What?
Really?
Yeah, Bo Welch was the movie's production designer.
Wow.
He's awesome. What a talented dude.
Welch.
Cool.
Bo Welch, while he served as the movie's production designer. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Very cool.
Burton set the two of them up on a date.
So cool.
That is pretty.
Catherine's amazing.
She's
She's
so
awesome.
talented, man.
She is, man. Her range is so good. I mean, you think about, like, that's why even, like, Home Alone was so great, because the parents were both so good.
Yeah, they were great.
Like, everybody in that movie was
Yeah.
good, top to bottom.
Yeah, I agree.
The uncle,
I know.
all the kids, look what you did, you little duck.
Yeah, the uncle.
Yeah, your dad paid good money for those. Oh, what's the matter with you, cheapskate?
So great.
I mean, anyway.
So great.
And everybody was good in this too.
Yeah.
Everybody was really good in this movie. I mean, 2 hours? I never thought that it could make
it
2
flew
hours.
by
It did.
really fast. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the directing
awesome.
was so good.
Yeah, it was.
On those cemetery scenes.
Oh
And,
my
I mean,
gosh.
his slow pushes up the hill. There were so many great moments where it felt like Goonies. Like it just was so grounded.
Yeah,
Despite all the hijinks, like there were really some very cool moments.
I agree.
That twist, not to give anything away, cover your ears, spoiler alert, with the guy that she liked.
Mm-hmm.
Very unexpected.
Very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I did not see that coming. I thought it was going to be more linear than that.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, I didn't know they were all dead. That was cool.
That was,
Yeah.
and that he was setting her up.
Yeah.
I know.
Not that
Yeah.
he just enjoyed her.
No.
I know.
I thought it was odd when they didn't
One of
show
those.
the family, but
Yeah.
but I thought Tim Burton was. I didn't realize.
Right.
It. But then I
Well, 'cause
realized.
like-
he turns around, he's got an axe in his head.
Wow.
Wait, I
So
didn't
cool.
know.
That was
the fact that the kid. Spoiler alert.
This is
spoiler
cool.
alert, the
I know.
kid had
This is
killed
so
him.
cool.
I know.
Keaton said that when they started shooting the movie, obviously they didn't know what Beetlejuice was going to look like. They had no idea.
wow.
And they filmed a lot of the movie because he's only in 15 minutes of that first movie, right?
Right.
So they filmed a lot of that movie without him being
Wow.
around. And when he finally walked out on the set, for some reason, the whole crew started chanting, "Juice, juice, juice." And that's why it's Beetlejuice and not Beetlegeist. That's why it actually is Beetlejuice, pronounced.
Why did they call him Juice?
He said he doesn't know. He didn't understand why. That's what he says. He's like, I still don't understand
Juice.
why. But they said juice, juice.
Juice.
I guess because
Juice.
maybe when you read it, people just assumed it's Beetlejuice. That's what it is. Because, I mean, that is what it is. But,
Wow.
yeah.
That is really cool. That is really cool.
Yeah.
When he's waiting in that office, oh God, how many lines? 5,000.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh, so good.
Gosh, it's so funny.
So good. Yeah.
Again,
Switches
Michael
the
Keaton-
number.
Oh my God, Michael Keaton has an amazing ability to be really funny but really grounded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what makes it so special.
He's so good at that.
He
man.
doesn't think he's being funny.
No, he's so
Right,
good at it.
Right. I know. All that stuff, that grunting and just anger and short tempered, and
He's
he's
great.
got no patience.
Yeah.
And, that stuff all just works so well.
It does.
I actually would be so excited to see another installment.
Oh my gosh.
In a
yeah.
weird way, this one, like, I think I don't know how he did it,
Dude.
but he made it slightly even more mainstream than the first one.
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
it is
right?
more
So after
mainstream, more palatable. Than
Right,
the
it
first one.
is.
Yeah, absolutely.
after the success of the first one, of course, what do you think happened? The studio wanted to make a sequel right away, and Burton was so against it that he told Warner Brothers he made a whole pitch that he surely thought would get thrown out the window about the Dietz family going on a Hawaiian adventure and somehow getting haunted and tagged along. Beetlejuice still trying to marry her with wedding luau's and all this stuff.
Oh my
And
God.
they loved it. They loved it. They developed the Hawaiian
my
Splendor
God.
script, Beetlejuice summoning the native spirits,
Oh,
and yeah, they almost
It's like
did
we
it.
get a Bernie's
yeah,
too.
They almost did it.
almost like when Ace Ventura.
He
When
was
Nature
horrified.
Calls.
Oh no, actually, it was all right. Looking at the grand
It's
scheme
okay,
of
but I
things, it was
mean
all
that's
right.
that's
like
what
when
this
he gets
feels
shot with the
like to
arrows
me.
and he goes
Well, Jim Carrey's always going to give you some funny stuff.
when he crawls out of the back of the hippo or something. That was
Yeah,
legendary.
the set. You're talking about set pieces.
Set pieces.
which
They're
are interesting.
Yeah.
The movie itself, in my opinion, was too
Iguana.
broad
Too
and
big,
sold
too
out.
big. Yeah,
It was fun.
They had too much money.
Yeah.
Tom Shadyac had too much money on that movie.
too much.
I mean, the big rock sequence at the beginning, it was too much.
Oh, yeah.
It was just too much. That is a smaller, intimate story.
Yeah.
I would have rather seen them crack a better story
Yeah.
and put the character back in it. That's all you
100%.
needed to do.
No,
And that's what I love
couldn't
about
agree
this
more.
movie.
Yeah.
It didn't really get bigger. It actually was
No.
no. It was actually a very small movie.
No,
Yeah.
after rewatching the
the original?
the first one, it
Yeah.
was
No.
They found that town on a postcard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Production team found the right town on a postcard.
take me there.
Yep. Take me to that
I think it's in Vermont.
I just wanna
Wow. How cool is that?
home tonight. I don't wanna listen to the radio. Be my little baby. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
That was
so
such a
good.
great song,
Yeah, it
dude.
was good.
Gosh, that was a great song.
Andy can't relate. He's
No, it was before him, dude.
Before
It's
his
the good times.
Isn't that
Before he showed up.
that's
Eddie Money?
Eddie Money, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Love Eddie Money.
Before you, bro.
He's got some other good ones too.
He does. Look it up. Do your research while we film.
yeah, exactly.
Typical.
What's it?
He's got a lot of other good ones.
Din, 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 din.
What is wrong with you?
You know that song.
You didn't do it.
Din, 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 din.
You know the
Yeah,
song.
That's kind of it. No.
What? That's James Bond. Is that
Dun, 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 dun. Eddie Money song.
Whenever I hear that, all I think about is the 2 a.m.
Oh, this
3
is
a.m.
this.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah.
is my favorite Eddie Money song.
Okay.
No, no,
Good
no.
song.
Then
All right, you were
be,
saying-
will be.
You were
Whenever
saying
I hear 007,
Yeah.
it takes me back to like the 2,
Baby.
3 a.m. mornings I'd have with Andy and
yeah.
my buddy
Andy.
Shaw.
we should stream
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
of this sometime. We should
where
set it
we
up.
would play
it. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Oh, cool.
And they would team up against me. Yeah, all the time. And then I'd like bunker
Rocket
myself
launchers.
into a room and
Proximity mines.
proximity mine it and
We'd-
stand there with a rocket launcher by the door.
We'd
so, you know,
whoop his ass.
But wasn't what character did Famke Janssen play? She killed him with her legs, right?
Yeah, she squeezed them to death.
Right. She squeezed him to death with killer legs.
She was
What was her
Russian.
name
She
though?
talked like this.
Her name was
Hello,
such a-
Famke.
yeah, Famke Janssen. That's
yeah, what
that
was
launcher.
that?
Remember, people were like, who
What
is
name-
this?
Yeah.
What was Famke Jansson's character name in the Bond?
Xenia on the top.
Xenia
on the top.
Xenia
Boris.
on the top.
Yeah, it was, oh man, it was
So
fun.
good. So good.
I love that franchise.
The
That
Pierce
was great.
Brosnan
Yeah,
James
he
Bond
was
movies were
great.
dope.
That was a
The
great
last
era.
one, Die Another Day, was a little much.
Well, they just
Yeah.
Halle Berry was a little much. But GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and World Is Not Enough. It's really cool.
And then also, I just got to give a shout out to the legendary Danny
Shout out.
Elfman, who crushed.
Shout out.
A shout out to the legendary
Shout
Danny.
Sounds something.
The
sounds
shout
something
out. He's from Boston. I'm gonna give it a little shout out.
Get a little shout out.
Going down to the Cape to
Legendary.
Quad. Going down to the quad. Going to a little shout out.
The khakis.
The khakis. Park the
Danny
car.
Elfman crushed it as always.
He
It was
did.
so awesome to.
He's a really.
He's such an interesting person.
What would we be without that Batman theme? I mean, how many times has that been used?
Did he come up with that?
Yes.
Did Danny Elfman write that?
Apparently, yeah.
He wrote the soundtrack to
the
Batman.
was it-
crazy thing
Did he
is,
take it from another older version?
no, I don't think
no.
so.
Batman was the original theme song to Batman was not that. It was not that.
I think it was.
No,
That's
that was
Austin
Austin
Powers.
Powers, Matt. But I will say this is sidebar. But I the Marvel soundtrack, the Marvel main theme song for like the Avengers
Yeah.
that everybody knows, I think was the same theme song they used in the cartoon.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You don't seem 100% sure of this.
I'm not
man.
100% sure.
That was not the kind of
Oh yeah, Batman.
Oh yeah, that was the original.
Pow!
For sure.
Poof. What if this is what they still used?
I'm taking this is movies. I'm not feeling it.
It's just Christian Bale and
Yeah, I mean that was just
And Bane.
Yeah, that was,
Oh.
oh my.
my God, I'm here for you. For
Yeah.
you. Oh God,
That's Danny Elfman. It's written by Danny Elfman.
guys, I
Says
gotta
it.
go. Every time I hear this song,
Dude.
puts me in the mood. I need to hang
Amazing.
upside down.
Dude, it's literally brilliant.
Very Goonies-esque.
It's very Goonies.
Yeah. What came first, this or Goonies?
Goonies,
Oh yeah,
85.
he was a big. And John Williams must have been a big
Oh, I can tell.
inspiration.
Listen to this.
Who isn't John Williams an inspiration to?
Dude, layering it with the strings. Dude.
Unbelievable. That's
Okay,
That is epic.
I don't care what anybody says.
Epic.
Watch the Dark Knight series. Watch this new The Batman with Robert Patterson.
I'm not such a
Honestly, the dude needs to
huge
gain a
fan.
few pounds before he does all those push-ups. But I'm telling you, that to me is the best Batman. What are you doing? Why are you looking at us like that? What is this?
Oh, it's a new. This is the current movie soundtrack.
No, it's
for
not.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I actually don't know what this is.
Why are you playing it? Well, we're never.
It is,
You know what? I apologize, to everybody out there,
Beetlejuice.
because we're never going to get those
Oh, no.
25 seconds back.
It's from
Hey.
the old one.
Really?
It's from the original.
Oh, is it?
It's so good.
Wow.
They literally just played one of the greatest.
You ever just rock out to your car in this jam?
Ooh, yep. Roll down the windows.
Ah.
Just feel it.
I got Bob in the passenger seat.
Oh. You're like, what's up? What's up, LA? Oh, God.
I'm gonna do it. I'm starring this one.
Should. You should be Bob for Halloween, Andy.
You should get your car stickered black and white.
That's not a bad
My
idea. My
gosh.
motorcycle.
All black and white.
Yeah, and I'll ride around.
We have
like
our new logo,
Beetlejuice.
our Beetlejuice inspired logo that Sam brilliantly put together for us. But anyway, like, I don't care what
Gosh,
anybody says.
so
the
fun.
first 3 minutes of Batman 89 is some of the most intoxicating filmmaking.
Who are you?
Batman.
I'm Batman.
Dude,
Amazing.
I want you to tell your friends about me.
drops that. I mean,
Yeah, it's really
Incredible.
special.
it's
Do you
incredible.
see that when the guy's looking over the roof
Yes.
when he's watching him? He's going,
Yes. It's just so good.
Yeah.
He reminded me of Crispin Glover from Back to the Future.
kind of.
Oh,
No,
now,
but if
Biff.
you watch it, I just watched. Yeah, it's so good. I just
Oh,
watched
it's
it the
so
other night.
good, dude. Batman 89 is so good. I'm telling you, if James Gunn, dude, why? James Gunn, please, just
Let Tim Burton and Michael Keaton
do
do
a
it.
Batman for you. Why? Why are you messing around?
We need an older Batman.
Gotta have it.
Who's like partially bionic with a
Dude,
suit.
dude, he
and
did it. The only reason The
I know.
Flash made any money at all was
I
because
know.
Michael Keaton was in it.
People just went to
That
go
movie
see him.
sucked,
I
except for
know.
Michael Keaton. He was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know. Well, Michael Keaton stopped making movies because he wanted to raise his kid. He didn't stop making movies because he couldn't make movies. You know.
I
So,
know.
but he's such a cherished actor that.
I'm so glad he's back.
Me too.
Well, this thing is gonna. I mean,
Dude.
he's gonna have a wonderful run here. I don't wonder how old he is. Is he late 60s? Is he 70?
73.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is 73.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Dude, he looks great.
I know. But isn't that wild?
So weird.
Even so, Andy and I, we were watching the original Beetlejuice to get caught up, just in case, you know, before we went to see the sequel. And
So he was almost 40
Alec
in that.
Baldwin was Andy's age.
Well, I don't know if that's true. Is it?
Yes, it is. I bet it is.
He looked
Just
young,
he
but-
looked so. He was younger than Andy. Ah, he was younger than Andy is
What?
right now
Dude, I feel like he's so much older than
in
me.
the original
I gotta look this
Beetlejuice.
up.
That's insane to think about.
Really?
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on,
pretty sure.
hold on.
Man.
Shut your face. He was. Oh my gosh,
What?
he was 30. Alec Baldwin was only 30. Wait a minute.
He was way.
He was born in 58.
Way
so
younger than
arguably
you,
when he
man.
shot it, he was 29. Because you think about it, it came out in 88.
Goodness.
He was 29 years old. He looked 40.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. He
Like,
was born in 58. Alec Baldwin.
Wow.
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 What about Gina Davis? How old
Hold
was
on.
Gina Davis in the first
Michael
one?
Keaton was born in 51, so he was 37 when he did.
So he was Andy's age.
Michael Keaton was your age when he did Beetlejuice.
That's so cool. If he was a year older, I got hope.
Wow.
Wow.
Gina Davis was
Where's my
born
role?
right
Come
around
on,
the same time,
come on,
56.
come on,
So
come
she was
on.
31, 32. Yeah, they were all really young.
Wow, that is insane to think.
I know.
Oh my
It
goodness.
really is something, right? I mean,
Wow.
here's the great thing. Well, the funny thing is Catherine O'Hara was only born in 54, so she was only 33 when they shot that.
She looked really young.
It's amazing, though. how young everybody was.
How old was
Winona Ryder?
Yeah.
Winona Ryder was born in
I was gonna say something really terrible.
in 71, so she was 16. And because they made it in 87, even though it came out in 88.
What?
Right? She was 16. That's it.
What?
Yep. Did you ever see her in Heathers with Christian Slater?
Yeah.
She was good in that.
No,
I mean, she had a great run. Dude.
Oh, dude, she was great. I mean, she is great.
She is great.
Yeah.
She started stealing purses, and then that kind of set
Yeah,
her.
got into some. Look, man, this business is not.
Which
It's
is
not
such
easy.
an odd thing.
It's not easy.
I'm so
It's just-
curious.
yeah.
Does anyone ever ask you? Did anyone ever ask her why
I
she
think
did
it's
that?
just they
She wanted the
they finally
thrill?
moved on. Thank God for her. But
I wasn't planning on bringing that up, man.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should.
Now you
Edit,
have.
maybe we should edit it out.
no, it's just it was
I love Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Girl Interrupted. I watch that at least once
yeah.
a year.
Do you really?
No,
That's a perennial favorite? Oh my God. What a strange. I got to revisit it. I need a little Girl Interrupted fix.
it's November.
What a weird
Girl
guy.
Interrupted month.
Oh my gosh.
strange.
What a strange.
You know, don't move or I'll stick it in my. What is it? Aorta, and then she's like the aorta's
That's
in your.
Terminator. Ant.
No,
no,
that
it's
was-
Girl Interrupted.
Yeah, with Angelina Jolie.
Thanks, Joe.
It's also
Yeah.
So you feel me, bro.
I've seen the film. I definitely don't want to revisit it though.
Girl Interrupted or Terminator 2? No, Terminator 2
Oh.
is on. That's on a.
Yeah,
constant
Terminator 2.
play.
I understand that.
I fall asleep to that one.
That's weird, but
the one
okay.
that got away.
The one that got away. Yeah. Yep. You almost did that.
Yeah, I was right down as me and Eddie Furlong.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 would have been so
Screen tested for
He's had a tough run. That poor
You know.
guy. Yeah.
one of the great directors. It was such a cool
James
audition, too.
Cameron.
Yeah, it was such a great, cool audition. But yeah, he got it. And I remember it was very cool. It was very cool. Like James Cameron was actually really cool. He totally explained why too, which was you don't really get that. Usually you get
Right.
out, you don't get something. You get right to
Right.
the end, you don't get something, and you just don't know why. They just really don't give you too much response other than it wasn't your day.
Right.
But he was like, you did great. It was just he didn't have to work. He felt that Eddie Furlong would be believable from the first shot as this kind of delinquent kid. He said with me, he felt like he would have to work on that, get the audience to believe it.
You
He
know,
said,
that makes
once
sense.
we got into the movie, he said you could have totally handled it. But right off the bat, I just knew
Well,
that
you
Eddie,
had look. Here's the deal. I mean, I'll just say it. You are much prettier than Eddie. So you had softer looks. You were more like you were a beautiful young kid. So like I feel like Eddie was more
And he was smoking
angular
cigarettes
and-
at 10.
well. He was more angular
Well,
and
he
did look
was
and
more
did
of
look
the- of
and
the
did look kind of like rougher.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was rougher.
he was-
They could have made you look that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he
Yeah.
could have gone there, but he had.
I think you would have been better in it. I mean, Eddie was fine in
I
it.
think so too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know what? I was just saying that a couple of days ago for a couple of my friends. It was a
How much
beautiful
better would this
boy.
movie have been if
Yeah,
it was
no, but you would have been, dude. I mean, Eddie was fine in it, but honestly, I gotta be
great.
honest with you, Eddie was fine.
Yeah.
but his performance wasn't like tremendous. So I mean, it wasn't like it was like you were watching like young Leo or something like
No,
that.
no.
No, he was fine. But you would have been great in that. You would have been great in that. And honestly, I think it would have been interesting. You might have actually felt, in my opinion, I know James Cameron did what he did, and he's brilliant. But in my opinion, I think you might have felt a little more for someone who was going through it when they were like this sweet, a little sweeter looking, a little like because I feel like it would be a little more unexpected. Somebody like was kind of like had gone through what you had gone through and had kind of been a kid of the streets, and you might have like jolted a little more emotion out of the audience, rooting for you. So there's that option. So take that, JC. Whatever. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Just do another Avatar, why don't you? Another 5 blue people flying around. Avatar 7, 8, 9. I'm going to finish my career with this. Why? We've seen 3. How many Avatars have there been?
2.
I feel like it's 3.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just wish he would make.
First of all, Sam Worthington's going to be 75 by the time that comes out.
Well, I just think too, the consciousness of a population to wait that long is. I don't know.
Wow,
Not going
what-
to happen.
Wow, that's what a career though. He hit the jackpot,
He's just riding it out on Avatar.
and that's all he needs.
But he's
to
such a good
do.
filmmaker. Like, I'd
He's
rather
one of the-
see him.
One of the greats of all
I'd
time.
rather see him take, which is what I loved about True Lies, is that he just took like a normal movie and
Well, I was just gonna
James
say, it's the same
Cameron
thing
fight
that-
it, which was so
Same
brilliant.
thing that Michael Bay did with that Mark Wahlberg, Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Oh,
yeah, no, what is it? Pain and Gain.
Yes.
It was like he Michael Bayed it, but it was a grounded small movie,
right.
and it was like a real movie.
That's what I loved about True Lies. I
True
love
Lies
that
was
movie.
So good.
Dude,
Well-
True Lies is such a good movie.
They've been threatening doing sequels and then just never could get it off the ground.
It's inexcusable.
And then they did it for TV.
Ugh,
And then they did like
that TV show? Oh my
and
God.
then they
it was
made
so bad.
Fubar, which should have just been True Lies. I mean, I love Fubar and it's fun, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I like Schwarzenegger. Fubar was okay. That couple of good performances, but they let him down. It felt small. It felt cheap in a weird way. I don't know how it could feel cheap because I'm sure they spent money on it,
well,
but
it felt
cheap.
more like McG and less like a gritty action.
Yeah, it
right?
did.
It felt just kind of
More
popcorn.
polished.
And it didn't, and that doesn't personally work for me.
It didn't need to. It didn't need to feel
No.
polished. It needed to feel gritty.
Yeah.
Should have been shot more like Old Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Would have been
It's
sick.
not Mall Cop, but
I
you know what I mean?
Right,
It's like,
instead of Paul Blart.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's like it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he comes up out of the thing into the bank vault, and you're
There's
like,
there's
why is it so
comedy.
crystal clear?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
comedy, but you don't need to play it. It's just
you don't
like,
need
let-
it. And they
she
played
took
into
the
the
ice cube
comedy too
trees
much.
from the freezer type of moments should be the comedy. It shouldn't
Instead,
be,
they had comic relief all around him.
But I liked it.
His
I
tech
still
guy
do.
was comic relief. The female with the blonde hair.
I
it
enjoyed
was too
Tom.
much.
Tom Arnold was on it, and he was good. My buddy
was
Dustin
good.
was on it, and he was good. So.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I was blown away with Tim Burton's ability to recapture. the
Wow,
magic.
man, just to tap back into it
Yeah.
and emulate that old charm, and just it really felt so good and so fun. And I'm really looking. Okay, guys, that's enough. All right.
bro.
It's happened again. And
Well,
Oh
you
my
know
God.
what, man?
What did you feed this animal?
oh my
Yeah,
god.
Oh my God,
He had some sliced turkey.
bro! Seriously, my nose just got stuffed up, bro. It just got stuffed up because it blocked it. It doesn't want the smell. I honestly,
I almost passed out.
yeah.
I almost passed out just now.
They're both putting on a performance.
No,
it
no.
literally smells like roses in here.
If you guys have to carry me, sorry.
It smells
It's
like
so bad.
roses. Everybody,
So
I
bad.
highly
You guys have to
suggest.
carry me upstairs.
I highly suggest getting your butts to see Beetlejuice 2 if you haven't already. Maybe rewatch the first one because it's just awesome. Awesome. What, guys?
We're dying up here because of your acidic dog, and you just are
Well,
gleaming about Beetlejuice
yeah, you're
back
plugging Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
So good,
there.
dude.
What are you in Beetlejuice?
Michael Keaton, you know, Michael Keaton is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
I was so blessed to actually
worked with him.
did a movie with Michael Keaton, which was pretty cool.
You played a beautiful lady in that.
I remember one time, I think it was on Sunset Gower, they were maybe doing pickups for Batman Returns.
Yes.
And they opened up those old sound stages, had those giant doors, and they slid the door, and out of the darkness came Michael Jackson. No,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Keaton.
Interesting story. He was like, like, damn, I thought that was gonna be Keaton.
No, Michael.
You said Michael.
Michael Keaton in a Batman costume. What? Oh my god, it was so cool.
Jamon. What?
Yeah, no,
Woo! Just does the moonwalk. Oh my
Dude.
gosh.
it was so cool.
Yeah. I literally, my nose is stuffed up. It's wild. I think
You
it
guys
burned
still
something.
on the gas?
Well, it burned something.
Well-
Burned fibers in there.
Him and Beetlejuice have something in common.
Yeah, they just absolutely green gaseous fluid just leaks from him all the time. By the way, everybody, he shares a bed with Andy. So there's that. Guys, I would say, listen, if you have some free time,
Yeah, definitely go and check it out. It's
especially like Halloween season,
oh yeah, it's great.
coming
I
in
love
the
it.
fall, it's perfect. You know, go see
love it.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
You'll love it. Absolutely love it.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Wait till they get a load of me.
Oh!
Hey.
So much fun.
Anyway, guys, God bless. We'll see you next week right here on the Brotherly Love Pod. Thanks so much for tuning in each week. We truly do appreciate it. Go see it. You're gonna love it. It's awesome. It's really great.
Come on. When did you get a load of me, huh?
Hey, what's up, everybody? The
Lawrence brothers are here.
Thank you so much for enjoying this week's episode of the Brotherly Love Pod.
And if you want more of this show, check out our premium feed on Supercast.
That's right, where you'll see ad-free episodes, monthly AMAs, behind-the-scene content, and so much more.
That's brotherlylove.supercast.com to join.
Check out our link tree and subscribe on all platforms.
We'll see you all next week.